Welcome back to KSR Press. I'm Eddie Law. Joining us today is a 6'2" lightweight out of New Hampshire who cannot keep this man down or out of a fight whatsoever. And I'll tell you, you'll hear the story why here in a minute. It's definitely something I want to ask him about. But this man's got hands, he's got elbows, he's got knees, he's got kicks. You've seen him drop bodies with slick striking and killer instinct. You might show up to fight him. He's showing up to finish you. Representing Nostos MMA, taking on Steve Collins at LFA 223 in Niagara Falls, New York, this Friday night. Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Pufahl. How you doing, Kyle?
Good, man. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you making the time, dude. Are you originally from New Hampshire?
I am, yeah. I'm actually from Portsmouth, which is like a half a mile south from here. I live in Somersworth now, right above the gym.
All right, what's it like growing up there? Because I'm a West Coast guy. I'm out and I'm in the desert in Arizona, so I'm sure it's vastly different. What's it like growing up there?
It's different now, actually. The tourism is completely taken over in Portsmouth, but it used to be a small town, like couple shops, everyone knew each other, but now it's like, you can meet anyone over there. It's crazy. It's like little Boston over there. New places everywhere. It's crazy. It's great though.
Oh, there you go, man. So how'd you get into martial arts, brother?
So I just needed like just a fresh start. I was just fucking off and doing stuff that I probably shouldn't be doing. And yeah, I didn't want to work a 9 to 5. I just didn't see my life and didn't seem like I was living towards anything or living up to anything. So and I found training. I loved just training in general, and I found an MMA gym. Did that for a little bit and kind of just started a spark, and ever since I had my first fight, I just wanted more and more. So it's been a little bit of an addiction. So yeah, that's how I got into it. It's long story short.
That is dope though. A lot of people, will find like this, I guess, an outlet in martial arts. So it worked out for you. But at what point did you look at it and you're like, hey, look, I can make this like my career. Like I could do this.
Oh man. Probably after I won my first title and stuff, because that's like the building blocks and stuff. You win a couple fights, you get a regional title, and then you consider about pros. And yeah, just going 15 minutes in an amateur setting. I know it's different for pros, it's just 3 5s, but that was like the definitive moment when I won my first belt for Combat Zone, that I could make this for a living and do something with it.
And it's worked out pretty well, man. Coming off a win over Kevin Carey in March at LFA 204. I got to go back to before the fight because I saw your video on Instagram. You popped a rib like a couple weeks before the fight, and you were just like, you didn't pull out of the fight. You went in, you won, which is awesome considering the injury, of course. But how close were you to not being able to actually fight that night?
I mean, I don't think there was any thought that I wasn't gonna fight. I mean, prior to that night fighting Kevin, we were booked originally in Niagara and it got canceled. So when that situation happened, my rib pop, I was like, no fucking way I'm pulling out. Like that would just be, that'd suck for me and I'd suck for Kevin because he put in all that work for 2 camps too. So I was like, no way, and put a show on for the people. So yeah.
Did you re-injure it during I think during the first round you hurt it again?
Yeah, I did. I can't remember. I do actually kind of remember. I don't know if it was the first grappling exchange. I don't know if it was that when he got me against the cage and I had to work up for underhooks and stuff, or it was like a really hard body kick in the first round. I do remember it was in the first round because I don't know. I tried throwing something off my right side, either an elbow or right hand. I just couldn't. It extended and just hurt. So something I had to deal with, but yeah.
Fighting watching though. Yeah, it is what it is, man. And because you could tell, like it wasn't a huge tell, right? But watch thousands of fights now. Like you in the beginning of the first round to you near the end of the first round, I was like, something happened. Something's not working. Like he's not moving as well as he was. So, hey, props to you for making through the fight and winning on top of it.
There's too many things. Yeah, and then my leg too. Like he was chewing my leg up too. Like golly, that second round was terrible. Yeah. Yeah, thank God for Devin because he told me to pull it out the fire in between rounds and stuff. But yeah, I had 2 things to think about. It was a tough situation. Great fight. I'm glad I went through it. Hard 15 with a good veteran too. Kevin's really skillful and everything. So I'm glad I got that experience. So to move on and stuff.
There you go, man. So you got 3 first-round finishes in your pro career so far. but you're starting to do, a couple decisions here and there, fighting more experienced competition. How do you stay patient and composed if your opponent doesn't go away early when you hit him with everything?
I think it's all about reading situations and stuff, instead of just going right in the fire, which isn't probably the best thing, unless you're
Mhm.
down in rounds and stuff. Maybe throw yourself in the fire. But early on, you got to be calculated, measure distance. If you're landing shots, see where his reactions are, what it could set something up that later down the road. So that's how I really stay patient. Is just reading body language and how he reacts to whatever I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah, but how would you describe your fight style to fans who might be seeing you compete for the first time this Friday? Because like overall, like it's fun to watch you fight. Like I know you say maybe not go right into the fire, but you eventually get
Mm.
into the fire, Kyle. Like you end
Yeah.
up having a great fight every single time. So
Yeah.
how would you describe your fight style? Because I just call it like controlled chaos.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing, like
Yeah.
calculated violence, controlled chaos. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
It's honestly, it's a great fan-friendly style. Like I mean, the more experience you get and the higher you get on cards, dude, the more fans see it. There's no way you don't pick up a big fan base off of it. It's honestly like the kind of fight style. What do they call it? Like you're like the fighter's fighter type of that kind of fight style. So man, that's honestly props to you for that. 100%.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I strive for too. Just like
Mhm.
putting a fight for the people. That's what it should be about.
100%, dude. So you're set to face Steve Collins at LFA 223. What to you stands out the most about his game, and how do you see this matchup stylistically?
He's got a good tank, man. He just keeps throwing and throwing and good pressure. He brings a competitive like aggression to it too when he's fighting and stuff. And that's what I see the most. I mean, there's other stuff too, and he's a good skillful fighter, but that's what I see when he brings to the table is just good competitive spirit that comes forward and pushes, pushes, pushes. So
Yeah, I mean, so basically, like the matchup kind of seems set to like you guys are kind of going to dance off each other. It's set up for a really good scrap. Are you looking forward to
yeah.
like a war, or are you hoping like a quick finish?
Um. mm, I mean, you never want wars. I mean, maybe
Mhm.
you do, but you want to just save your brain as much as you can until you get into a war, and in the higher rankings or in the UFC. I mean, um, a quick finish would be cool. That'd be great. Get the fan base up a little bit, boost my stock a little bit, but um, I don't really look for anything, man. I kind of just take what the fight gives me and just go off of that. Because when you just focus on the knockout too much and you obsess
Mhm.
over it and you go head hunting and maybe that's not the game plan, whatever it is. But yeah, just go where the fight goes.
Gotcha, dude. All right, dude. Hey, a win here, get you just another victory, right? Get your name out there and everything. Who or what are you going to be calling for after the fight?
There's no names right off the rip. Right off the rip. I
Mhm.
just want to fight again. That's it.
Mhm.
I just had like a 6 month hiatus, so this fight, is great. It's coming up, but then I just want to get in the cage again, um, and just kind of see where it goes from there. I mean, I just want to keep excelling. The next stepping stone until it gets me to the bigger platforms and stuff.
Now, speaking of which, you got it on your hoodie right there, man. The UFC. What is the
Yeah.
mindset when it comes to getting there? Because that's the goal for everybody, to get to the biggest possible show, the biggest possible check, the biggest possible audience. When you think about getting there, I guess how do you see? Like, are you one of those guys that like sets up their path? Like, I do this, I do this, I do this, or are you just like, look, I'm just gonna keep lining them up and taking these wins, and eventually I get the call.
I think it's a little mixture of both. The biggest thing I do is I think about it all the time. Like I always have it on my mind thinking about it. I got to do to get to that point. Whatever it's like visualizing the process to getting to the fight or in the fight itself, like the finish, like the steps you need afterwards, finishing fights, winning the next couple of fights to wherever you need to get into the UFC. Um, yeah.
There you, there you go, man. All right, quick fire questions, and we'll get you on your way. First up, outside of fighting and training, what's the most important thing for Kyle Pufahl?
I think the biggest thing is separation from the sport. This sport can get you make you go a little crazy. So I just getting out of the house, whether it's going on walks, seeing friends, not doing crazy stuff, just hanging out, shooting the shit or whatever. Yeah, just a little separation from MMA just makes you human, whatever it is, seeing family. Yeah.
There you go, man. The walkout song, dude. What's gonna be blasting the arena when they introduce you?
Murderer by Bennington Levy. So it's a
All right.
reggae song, but it's got a little punch to it.
All right. I try to ask someone as much as I can so I can keep adding to my playlist. So there you go.
Give it
You
a
there?
good listen. It's Bennington Levy's a good. Yeah, I'm still here. You hear me?
All right. Yeah. You good.
You give him a listen. Bennington Levy's he's really good. All of his music's good, but that song in particular is really good.
All right.
Yeah, it's a good walkout song.
Bet I'm gonna add it to my playlist, man. All right. Be honest. Who in the gym talks the most trash, and do they back it up?
Oh man, I think we all talk shit about each other. I mean, it keeps us in check or whatever. We're all guys and a bunch of testosterone's fuming through the room or whatever. Um, I'm honestly gonna say my roommate Jared St. Jean. He kind of reminds me of just like a little brother almost. He just kind of just says something, just to like says something, but he backs it up. He's a good fighter. He just made his pro ranks and stuff. Always give me good work and yeah, but he's a little fireball sometimes.
There you go, dude. All right. You get to fight one cartoon character, any cartoon character. Who's catching hands?
Damn, there's so many though.
Yeah, hold on. You have beef with cartoon characters, bro?
Well, I've watched a lot of cartoons. I've watched like SpongeBob, like like Great Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Ed, and Eddie. Like I could go on and on.
Yeah.
All right, right off the rip, SpongeBob, Larry the Lobster.
Oh yeah. There you go. All right, Larry the Lobster, dude. Because now I'm trying to visualize how the lobster would fight. It's so weird. All right, man.
Yeah, it's straight up big mitts.
Oh yeah. All right. What's the worst corner advice you've ever heard shouted mid-fight?
Oh, that's a good one, actually. I don't think I've heard any bad corner advice. I mean, when I'm in the cage, there's just so much going on. There's someone trying to hurt me across the cage. I got coaches in my ear and stuff. I'm more focused what's going on in the cage. I don't really hear. Oh, you know what? That's a lie. Now I'm taking this back. So when I fought Christian, I had to think about it for a second. But when I fought Christian, that NEF, I don't know I forget what number, but I was sitting against the cage because he had me taken down. And I heard this lady say, "Christian, you sit with you be sitting down," or something like that. And it was straight out of pocket because it was just quiet. He was just holding me against the cage, like on bottom. And this lady just screams it. Like, I was like, "Bro, I'm so sorry." Like in the fight, like as we're holding each other in the cage, I was like, "Bro, that's not my people. I'm so sorry." It's like, "No, I don't care." And we just kept fighting. Yeah, that's gotta be the craziest one so far.
That is hilarious. All right, man. Friday night, LFA 223. What can fans expect from Kyle Pufahl?
A good show, man. I've put a lot of work into this. I've done some tweaking in my preparations and stuff with, whether if it's food, training and stuff. Just expect a good fight. Yeah, because I'm gonna bring it.
Hey, don't miss out, folks. Heavy Hands and War coming to Niagara Falls, New York at Seneca Niagara Resort and Casino. Tickets available on Ticketmaster, broadcasting live on YouTube. But our guy's taking on Steve Collins on UFC Fight Pass, so make sure you fire that up. Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Pufahl. Kyle, thanks for the time, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me. Appreciate you.